All right, guys. Before we get started, you want to make sure our utensils is clean, which is our pruners, a grafting knife. If you don't have a grafting knife, you can use a pocket knife, all right, or a sharp object that will help, or a razor, for instance. Clean it, or you can use a alcohol wipe. Now, as we go along, guys, here we go. Here is the contender. This is a persimmon branch, and this is a Fuyu persimmon to be exact. My very first ever persimmon tree or branch that of our own, and this was given to me as a gift. I'm super excited. It still has fruit on it. So basically, we're going to do two different methods. We're going to do tree cuttings, and then we're going to do grow from seed. Okay, so this fruit is not even ready to be harvested at all. Persimmons are basically is ready to be harvested. I believe it's in the month of late October, early to late November. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but let me know in the comments below. So one thing I'm doing, I'm actually observing the branches, and as I cut, I'm going to cut each one, and then I'm going to place it in a container of water. Always, when you start in your tree cuttings, always place those branches in water, because the branches will dry out, and then you will not be able to use them as cuttings. So always make sure you have a container of water or a bowl of water, something that will hold your branches. Okay, so as I cut, I'm also going to remove the leaves. Okay, some say to remove all the leaves and side branches, and then others say you can leave some leaves halfway cut, and I'm going to do that way. As I am starting to cut, I'm also going to use a root hormone, and as you just saw, I have the powder root hormone. There are two different types. There is the powder and gel, and you can use either one. And some people use raw honey. When you cut your scion, you want to make sure that you cut below the knob of that branch. Okay, the knob is where it's going to form a root. Now, usually, if we wasn't trying to get a root, that knob would turn into a branch. And so I'm going to cut below the knob, expose the branch. And the way I'm cutting this is like in a grafting form. You can also cut it in a 45-degree angle. Very, very important to know. You can cut it at a 45-degree angle, or you can cut it on each side of the knob as a slice. Okay, slicing method. So there's three different ways to cut your branch, but you want to make sure that scion is exposed. Okay, and then you want to, because we're using a powdered form, you want to make sure that branch is wet, coated, and you want to coat that root hormone very, very fairly. Okay, make sure it's coated very well, and then we're going to place that branch into some soil, some potting soil. All right, now the way I'm going to pot this up, I'm going to use the peekaboo method by Lead Farmer 73. Yes, right. So I got my clear cup. I already poked 2 holes in the bottom of the cup, and then I'm going to add my damp potting soil. You can also use coco with perlite or vermiculite or peat moss, okay, and do the same thing. But you want to make sure that soil amendment is fairly wet, okay. And we're going to place our branch in that cup, and then I'm going to add some more soil to make sure that it's fairly packed, so that branch is sturdy. All right. Hey, little NJ. As I do this, this method is done because many of us, like myself, can get impatient, and this is a long process, especially for persimmons. Persimmons take a very long time to grow. They are slow growers, and so this is for all of us who are impatient. Now, I'm just showing you for an example that when you twist your fruit, you want to make sure you twist it like this. You don't want to yank the fruit off when you harvest your fruit, especially when it's ripe. This is only for demonstration purposes only. All right, so we're going to continue on with our cuttings, and I'm going to remove the leaves. Okay, so I'm going to let you see a close-up view on how to remove the leaves. Okay, because you don't want to damage that branch. You just have to have some patience in this. Well, guys, guess what? I don't have enough soil. So I have to go ahead and open my new bag of potting soil, and I'm going to use some recycled 1-gallon containers. So right in front of you, I have some mycorrhizae, and this is a great product to use. I wanted to make sure that my soil was has some great nutrients in it. So we have a mycorrhizae, and that's helpful with the roots. And then we have some rock dust, okay, for mineral content for our, not just for the tree, but also for our body. All right. And now I'm going to stir all that in and then just place the soil into the container. Thank you, Ms. Leah, for allowing us to observe your garden and also share gardening tips with one another. We enjoy ourselves very much, and we also want to say thank you for giving us that precious gift. We're going to put it to good use. You won't be disappointed. Until next time, please like and share and subscribe. Thank you.